So you are a math teacher. You want to set a card for your learners. In this tutorial, I want to show you how you can use Somolangu to easily create a card in under 10 minutes. The first thing you need to do is log into your account. If you don't have one, please see the link in the description on how to create an account. Let's log in. Here we are. So we are about to set a card. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use Form 1 topics. So let's come to my exams and cards, and I want to create a new card or new exam. So Form 1, and let's say we will use fractions and LCM. Remember, this is just for demonstration purposes. And we want to administer this card on Thursday, the 21st of May, and it's going to be about 40 minutes long. And we give a set of instructions, answer all questions correctly. Then create your card, and we can see here it is Form 1 fractions and LCM, 40 minutes. It currently has 0 questions. Now what we need to do next is to populate that card with questions. How do we do that? Let's go back. Remember, Somolangu has questions from different subjects, mathematics, physics, and chemistry, from KCC, joint mocks, and from different schools. Like here we have Alliance Mathematics Forum Paper 1 questions. Okay, so we have a wide array of sources to choose our questions from. All right, so let's go to select the topic that we want. Remember, we are doing fractions and LCM. And the first thing we need to do is select a form. Our first topic will be fractions. We scroll down, we see that we have operations on fractions, addition and subtraction, order of operations, integers and fractions. So this is word mass. I'm interested in this, so let's select that. We can see that we have 6 questions from different KCSE papers. What I want to do is broaden the scope of sources of the questions. So I want to use school papers, so I'll check that. And then if I come back here, you can see we now have 7 questions. So that means one question was retrieved from a school paper. Let's now view our questions. Here we are, we have our 7 questions. Okay, 6 questions from KCC, and then 1 question from Alliance High School. Okay, great. The next thing that we need to do is, if we are interested in all questions, we can save all of them to the card that we just created. Alternatively, you can select the questions that you would like to populate. So, for instance, we have question 1. So I want to add that here. Okay, it's been added. Then I also want this question. I want to add it. Then we have the 4th question. I also want to add that one. So we currently have 2 questions. This will be the 3rd. And then we can add that question as well. We have 4 questions now. And we have this question, 5 questions. And we can do the last question, this one. So we've added 6 questions. Okay, we go back to our card under my exams and cards. Click on that. Go to that card. As you can see, we now have 6 questions, a total of 18 marks, a 40 minutes exam that's supposed to take place on the 21st of May 2026. We can open that card. We click on that. And then here we have our questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have our 6 questions. And for each question, you can see the source. This is from KCC 2025, Math Paper 1. Question 1. That was the first question in that paper. This question is from KCSE 2024 Mathematics Paper 1. Again, it was the first question, question 1. Okay, all the way up to down here. This one is from Alliance High School 2025 Mathematics Paper 1, question 1. Okay, now we have our questions. The next thing we would want to do, if you want to see as a teacher to see how a question is worked out, simply click on the question, then you will see your answer. You can watch a video on how the question is worked out if you're not sure. You can do that for every question. You can see an answer. Then there's a video there. You can play it. Okay. Meaning by the time you're going to administer your card, you already know what the answers are going to be. Okay, so we have questions and we have video solutions. All right, now I want to share this paper with my learners. If I'm satisfied with the questions, I don't want to edit anything, I can export it as a PDF. Or if I want to export it as a Word so that I can do some editing, I can do that as well. Let's do a PDF. So this one is going to be for learners. And then we want to add blank spaces with lines for the learners to work out their solutions. And then we now export the document, the card. We give it a few seconds to download as a PDF. This makes work easy because you do not need to think a lot about the questions you're going to offer. Instead, all the questions are available on Somolangu. So we go to, so here is our paper. And here we are, so it's a Form 1, fractions and LCM. You have 6 questions, you have your question, and you have space for the learner to work out the question. That's question 2, that's question 3, that's question 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's say, for instance, add the school name on the paper and a few other details. So then we will need to export that as a Word document so that it's editable. Okay, we give it a few seconds. Okay, it is done. Here it is. Let's open it. Okay, so here is our paper with 6 questions. And of course, I can edit it. You can, for instance, say, give the name of your school name, and add any other details that you want. And then, of course, the questions are editable. You can add, you can remove questions that you want, those that you don't want. You can improve the formatting. So, for instance, this question needs to come to the next line. And then we have question 4, question 5. Then we have question 6. And then you can remove any details that you do not want. So here you have your question paper, then you can print it out and share it with your learners. So this card is saved on the platform on your device that you're currently using, meaning that if I log out and then I log back in, my card should still be available on the device that I used. So here it is. Then I can refer to it in future. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you use Somolangu to make your work of creating cards and exams easy.